basically just like conquered Gen Z. I mean, I think we all know Nike, right? Sneakers, the swoosh, just do it.
Definitely. And it's really interesting how they've like become such a like core part of Gen Z culture. It's not just like selling products. It's like they really get our values, our humor, even like our anxieties, and they reflect that back at us in a way that feels super genuine.
Yeah, for sure. And like the numbers totally prove it. 57% of US teens say Nike's their absolute favorite brand.
Wow.
And in the UK, it's even higher. Like 66% of Gen Z own at least one Nike thing.
That's wild.
Globally, they're making like $46 billion. That's a lot of sneakers.
Yeah.
So it's safe to say they've like tapped into something pretty major.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And this isn't some overnight thing. They've been carefully building their image for decades, like evolving with every generation. Just do it. Like that slogan's everywhere, right? But the origin story is kind of unexpected.
Okay, now I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Well, the inspiration actually came from a pretty dark place. A convicted murderer named Gary Gilmore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. His last words before execution were, "Let's do it." And Nike, they like flipped that really chilling phrase into this global call to action, like a rally cry for anyone with a dream and like the guts to chase it.
Oh, talk about turning lemons into lemonade. That's definitely not what I was expecting. So dark humor aside, what else has Nike done to win over Gen Z?
Well, they're like masters of social media, for one thing. I mean, they're not just on every platform. They're dominating the conversation. Like we're talking over 500,000 mentions on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, you name it.
Yeah, and it's not just about being present, right? It's about how they actually use these platforms to connect.
Yeah.
In a way that feels authentic, not like forced or corporate-y.
Exactly. They've totally nailed influencer marketing. They partner with creators who like genuinely align with their brand. So it feels less like a marketing campaign and more like a group of friends just like sharing their passion for sneakers and streetwear.
Yeah, totally. It's not that typical, hey, look at this product thing.
Yeah.
It feels way more organic, like a real recommendation from someone you trust.
Right. And then there's the memes. Remember that one with the cat wearing those tiny Nikes? The caption was like, "When you realize you can't outrun your problems."
Oh my God, yes. That was amazing. I shared that one everywhere.
See? They get that self-aware, slightly ironic humor that's so Gen Z. It's like they speak our language, literally and figuratively.
So they're funny, they're relatable, but they're also not afraid to take a stand. And I think a lot of us really admire that.
Yeah, that's where the whole Colin Kaepernick campaign comes in. It was a really bold move, featuring someone controversial who sparked a national conversation about racial injustice and police brutality. Some people were outraged, called for boycotts, but ultimately it aligned perfectly with Gen Z values.
Totally. Because we're a generation that cares about social justice.
Yeah.
About brands that like walk the walk, not just talk the talk.
And Nike's willingness to take a stand, even if it meant alienating some customers, sent a powerful message that they were on the right side of history and not afraid to show it.
And it paid off too. Their online sales actually jumped by 31% after that campaign. So aligning your brand with a generation's values can be good business, even if it ruffles some feathers along the way.
For sure. And that kind of leads us to another key part of their success, their ability to stay ahead of the curve when it comes to fashion, especially in the world of streetwear.
Okay, so streetwear, it's more than just hoodies and sneakers now, right? It's become a massive force in fashion.
Oh, absolutely. It's gone from niche to mainstream, even influencing like high fashion and luxury brands. And Nike's been right there at the forefront, blurring the lines between like athletic wear and high fashion.
Yeah, you see that in their collabs with like Travis Scott and Virgil Abloh. These are huge names, and their Nike collabs.
Yeah.
Legendary people line up for hours, pay crazy resale prices just to get them.
Yeah, it's a testament to Nike's ability to bridge that gap between athlete and trendsetter, making their gear like a must-have for anyone who wants to look cool, express their style, and be part of the cultural conversation.
And they're super smart about how they promote those collabs too. Remember that Reactland campaign they did for the Epic React shoes?
Oh, yeah, that was brilliant. And they made this immersive 8-bit virtual world where you could run around as your avatar and experience the shoes. This really cool blend of nostalgia, gaming culture, and innovative marketing.
Yeah, totally. That 8-bit aesthetic totally tapped into our love for like retro video games. It made shopping fun, interactive, and super shareable.
And the results speak for themselves. Sales for the Epic React jumped by 48%. Nike gets it. Gen Z isn't just buying products, we're buying experiences, buying into a lifestyle. And they've created this world that we want to be a part of.
It's like they've cracked the code to brand loyalty, something most companies can only dream of.
You're totally right. 70% of people believe Nike has this crazy high customer loyalty. It's almost unheard of in today's market.
So what's the secret? How do they do it?
Well, it's not just about selling shoes. It's about selling a feeling of empowerment, of pushing your limits, of achieving your goals. They've tapped into this human desire to be our best selves.
And let's be real, their products are top-notch.
Yeah.
63% of people associate Nike with high quality and performance.
Yeah.
They're not just buying into hype, they're getting real value.
Exactly. It's the product, the image, the marketing, the emotional connection. It all works together to create this almost cult-like following.
It's like they've built this world we want to be a part of, a world where anything is possible if you just lace up your sneakers and just do it.
And that's powerful, especially for a generation facing a world full of challenges and uncertainties. Nike offers this sense of hope, of possibility, of believing in yourself and your dreams. And we can't forget the humor. Nike's totally cool with laughing at themselves, embracing that playful, self-aware energy that we as Gen Z really connect with.
Right? Like their whole Shaq campaign, I mean, those ads were pure gold. They took something as simple as his shoe size 22, if you don't know, and turned it into this ongoing joke, poking fun at how hard it is to find shoes that big.
Oh, yeah. The Shaq Attack campaigns were genius. They took a potential problem like how to cater to such a unique size and flipped it into something everyone could relate to and laugh about.
And it's not just ads either. Even their mascots get in on the fun. Like, remember that time one of them tried to dunk during halftime and totally wiped out?
Oh, man, that video went viral instantly. It's a perfect example of how Nike's not afraid of those unscripted moments. They get that perfection can be boring. Sometimes the stumbles and fumbles make you more human, more relatable.
Exactly. Like they're saying, hey, we're not some big, scary corporation. We're here to have fun, to entertain, to be part of the conversation.
Totally. But while they nail the humor and the hype, they also get that Gen Z is a generation that cares about the world around us. We're not just about sneakers and memes. We're thinking about sustainability ethical practices, brands that align with our values.
And Nike seems to be making a real effort there. Their Move to Zero initiative is a great example. They're not just talking about it, they're taking real steps to lessen their impact on the environment.
Move to Zero is a pretty big goal. Zero carbon emissions, zero waste across their entire supply chain. That's everything from the materials they use to how much energy their factories use.
And they're actually doing it. Using recycled materials, trying new manufacturing processes, even teaming up with other organizations to figure out the waste problem in fashion.
It's acknowledging that sustainability isn't just a trend, it's essential. And for Gen Z, it's a core value. It affects what we buy.
Yeah, if a brand doesn't seem to care about the environment, we're probably going to shop somewhere else.
For sure. And Nike knows that. They're not just selling us stuff. They're trying to build a future we can all be proud of.
It's like they know our generation is inheriting a planet with some big problems, and they want to be part of the solution.
Absolutely. And they're not just focused on the environment either. They're also committed to diversity and inclusion in their company and their marketing.
Yeah, you can see that in who they partner with, the stories they tell, the causes they support. It reflects the world as it is. More diverse, more interconnected.
And I think that's a big part of why Nike works so well for Gen Z. They're not just selling a product, they're selling a vision of a better world. More inclusive, more equitable, more sustainable.
Like they're saying, hey, we're all in this together. Let's make a future where everyone has the chance to reach their dreams.
And that message is powerful, especially for a generation coming of age in such uncertain times.
Okay, so we've covered their global reach, their social impact, their marketing skills.
Yeah.
But there's one more thing that's really fascinating to me. How they connect with our emotions. How they tell stories that really resonate.
Oh, definitely. Nike knows the power of stories. They don't just tell us about products. They tell stories that inspire us, motivate us, make us feel like part of something bigger.
Their Best Day Ever campaign for the Olympics is a perfect example. It wasn't just about winning medals. It was about the journey, the struggles, those little wins along the way.
Those ads were great, full of humor and heart. Those moments that feel so relatable. They showed athletes winning even with mistakes and setbacks, reminding us that life's not perfect, but you got to keep going.
It's that just do it spirit, but with a sense of humor and a whole lot of heart. It worked for us because it mirrored our own experiences, our own dreams, our own fears and doubts.
And that's what makes Nike such good storytellers. They use universal themes, striving for excellence, resilience, the power of community, and they do it in a way that feels real and relatable.
It's not just marketing, it's connecting with us on a human level. making us feel seen and understood.
And that's huge. When a brand can do that, it creates loyalty. That's more than just buying stuff. It's being part of something bigger, something that matches your values and pushes you to be better.
It's like they've built a tribe, a community with shared beliefs and goals.
And that's powerful in a world that can feel so isolating. Nike gives you a sense of belonging, a shared purpose, being part of something bigger than yourself.
And that clicks with Gen Z. We're a generation searching for connection, for meaning, for something to believe in.
And Nike gives us that. They've made a world where we can be ourselves, chase our dreams, make a difference. They're more than a brand to us. They're an inspiration, a symbol of hope, a reminder that you can do anything if you just do it. And it's kind of crazy, right? Like how they've managed to become this global thing. It's not just an American brand anymore. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's true. You see that swoosh everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Like from big cities to tiny villages. It's become this universal symbol of aspiration, athleticism, that whole just do it energy.
And I think a big reason for that global appeal is because they connect with young people on a level that goes beyond just like cultural differences. They've found something universal about the human experience, especially when it comes to sports.
Yes, sports have that power to bring people together. Doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. You see it in the Olympics and local communities and pickup games at the park. It's this shared language of competition, pushing your limits, wanting something more.
And Nike has positioned themselves perfectly as the brand that embodies all of that. They're not just selling you shoes, they're selling you the idea of reaching your goals, overcoming challenges, being part of something bigger.
And that message works everywhere, no matter your background or where you're from.
Exactly. And they've been really smart about how they built that global presence too.
Okay, so we've talked about their global reach, their social impact, their marketing.
Yeah.
But there's one more thing that's key to their success, their storytelling.
Oh yeah, storytelling. The art of weaving narratives that like grab your attention and make you feel something. And Nike, they're masters of it.
I mean, think about their ads, their campaigns, even their product launches. It's never just about selling you something. It's about telling a story that makes you want to be part of that world, that makes you believe in Nike.
They weave together these themes of perseverance, resilience, defying the odds. They tap into our emotions, what we want, what we're afraid of, and they do it in a way that feels real.
Like that classic Michael Jordan ad, where he talks about all the times he failed, all the times he got knocked down. It wasn't just about his wins. It was about the journey, the struggles, the setbacks that shaped him.
And that resonated with people because it's true for everyone. We all face tough times. We all fall down. But it's how we get back up that matters.
And Nike's become the brand that represents that resilience, that belief in yourself. They've created a story that's bigger than just their products. It's a story that speaks to something inside of us.
That's the magic of storytelling. It can inspire you, motivate you, change how you see the world.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into Nike, I want to leave you with this thought. It's incredible how a company that started by selling shoes has become something so much more. A cultural icon. A symbol of reaching for your dreams, a reflection of what we hope for.
They've shown us what it means to truly connect with your audience, to build a brand that stands for something, to tell stories that resonate deep down.
At the end of the day, Nike's inspired a generation to just do it, to chase their dreams, push their limits, and never give up.
So yeah, keep those sneakers laced up, stay curious, and keep striving for your best day ever. You never know. Maybe you'll be the one inspiring the next generation.